cyacu buje imisozi ibiyaga n'ibirunga ngo byiduhetse gahoranisha reka tukurate tukuvuga ibigwi wowe tubumbiye hamwe twese abanyarwanda uko watubyaye berwa sugira singizwa iteka horana imana murage mwiza ibyo tugukeresha ntibishyikirirwa umuco dusangiye uraturanga ururimi rwacu rukaduhuza ubwenge umutima amaboko yacu ntibigukungahaze bikwiye nugutera imbere ubutitsa abakurambere b'intwari bitanze batizigama baraguhanga uva mu bukombe utsinda ubukoroni n'amatsi ibihugu byayogoje Afurika yose none uraganje mu bwigenge tukomeye kuko turi twese komeza imihigo Rwanda dukunda tuhagurukiye kukwitangira ngo amahoro asabe mu bagutuye wishyire wizane muri byose urangwe n'icyagutera imbere uhari umubano n'amahanga yose maze ijambo ryawe riguhe ijambo
ntibagirwe na gato ya minsi y'amarira amajoro y'amaganya y'amivu y'amaraso ubwo abacu bashiraga ibuka inshuti muvandimwe icara unyumve wowe dusangiye aka gahinda k'abacu twabuze tubakunze bishwe bose nta gicumuro ibyo urabizi simbikurusha ngaya amahiri ngiyi imihoro tubura amahoro tubura gihoza umuntu akibaza ibyabaye nta gisubizo azabibonera jya wibuka ibuka ibuka ntukibagirwe na gato ya minsi y'amarira amajoro y'amaganya y'amivu y'amaraso ubwo abacu bashiraga ibuka.
Your Excellency, Ambassador of the Republic of Rwanda to the United States, fellow Rwandans, survivors of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, friends of Rwanda, the Rwandan community living in Salt Lake City, Utah, and friends, we are taking this time to honor and remember the victims of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi that happened in Rwanda. It is unfortunate that we cannot sit together as usual to commemorate and remember our loved ones because of this crisis we are facing today. Whatever circumstances it is today, whatever will be, their lives will remain in our memories forever. Your Excellency, Ambassador of the Republic of Rwanda to the United States, allow me to say thank you to the Utah House of Representatives for passing anonymously the House Resolution 1, a resolution designating April the 7th, a day to remember the victim of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. Our thanks goes to Representative Angelo Romero and Senator Kurt Kurmar for supporting this resolution. Our goal and commitments is to remember and honor the victims of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. We also educate the public to renew the personal commitments, to fight against the genocide ideology, any kind of discrimination, bigotry, and racism. Let's remember, unite, renew. Thank you, and God bless you.
Muraho, nitwa Olivier Nsengiyumva, nkaba ntuye inaha muri Utah. Narokokiye Jenoside i Kigali mu murenge wa Nyarugenge muri secteur ya Gitega, basha kurokokana n'abavandimwe banjye babiri na papa. Tariki ya 7 z'ukwa 4 muri 1994 ubwo Jenoside yakorewe Abatutsi yatangiraga, natwe urugo rwacu rwaratatswe turaterwa, ariko icyo gitero kiburizwamo n'abantu bari bashinzwe umutekano muri quartier. Bucya ariko duhunga kuko hari uwatubwiye ko umunsi ukurikiraho ari twe bazaheraho. Ubwo nka saa 11 twarahunze duhungira mu baturanyi batari bafite ikibazo, ariko nabo baza kutugambanira, mama aricwa, twe baradusiga kugira ngo papa azaze kutureba batwicire hamwe. Bucya papa aza kutureba, kandi ubwo ngubwo bagiye kutwica kwa kundi batangira gusaka abantu bakuremo iby'agaciro babaga bafite, bagwa ku mafaranga menshi, bahita bahindura gahunda, bajya kubanza gusinda no kunywa ibiyobyabwenge kugira ngo baze gukora Jenoside bafite umutima wa kinyamaswa, niko navuga. Hanyuma baje gusanga twahavuye tugerageza guhunga, duhungira muri Sainte Famille, niho abatutsi benshi babaga barokotse ubwicanyi bwo muri quartier bahungiraga hariya muri za Gitega na za Muhima. Ubwo tubaho ngaho, inzara iratwica, tumererwa nabi. Papa aza gufata icyemezo cyo kuba yatujyana muri orphelinat munsi, ni orphelinat y'abakarikuta, n'ubu biracyahari. Ariko nyuma yaho tubamo jenoside yose uko yakomeje iba, nabo bakomeza kwihisha muri Sainte Famille n'abandi batutsi benshi cyane bari kumwe, ariko ngo bagendaga babica urusorongo nyine, baza bakuramo bamwe babica, nyuma nabo baza kuharokokera, barokorwa n'ingabo za FPR Inkotanyi ubwo zafataga Kigali, hanyuma babajyana mu yindi nkambi yabaga ahantu bita Ikabuga, niko byagenze icyo gihe. Hanyuma ubwo nyine umutekano umaze kugaruka neza, twaje kongera turahura nka famiye, inzu zarasenywe, tujya kuba mu Gatsata aho kuba mu Gitega aho twabaga. Nyuma nyine ubuzima burakomeza, tuza kongera kwiyubaka, papa arongera arahubaka, dusubira mu rugo, ubuzima burakomeza, ubwo turiga turarangiza. Ngubu ubuzima bwasubiye kugira icyerekezo, dufite icyizere. Ngubu nanjye ndi umupapa, mfite famiye, tubana hano, mfite umudamu n'umwana umwe, tukaba dukomeje kwifatanya muri ibi bihe bitoroshye n'abandi bavandimwe, imfubyi, abapfakazi barokotse jenoside yakorewe abatutsi, tubwira n'isi yose ko jenoside ari icyaha kibi cyane kitagakwiye kongera kubaho ahandi hantu hose ku isi. Nifatanya rero na community y'abanyarwanda hano muri Utah kugira ngo twongere dusubize icyubahiro abatutsi bose bishwe muri 1994 bazize uko baremwe.
I'm Senator Kirk Collimore. During the 2020 General Session, the Utah State Legislature successfully and unanimously passed House Resolution 1, a resolution that designates April 7 as the Day of Remembrance for the victims of the genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda. I support this resolution because we need to remember and pay tribute to the nearly 1 million Tutsi who lost their lives during the massacre in Rwanda almost 26 years ago. Today, hundreds of Tutsi refugees who fled Rwanda now call Utah home. I want our Tutsi survivors to feel safe and welcome in Utah, and would encourage them to participate in civic engagement and approach their local elected officials with confidence. Last year's event in Salt Lake was powerful. I felt honored and privileged to witness the optimism and bravery of the Tutsi survivors. Utah has needed your strength and your determination. Although I can't join you in person this year, know that I'm standing with you in solidarity. I wish you peace and love during these unprecedented times. Thank you, and Murabeho.
Hello, I am Representative Angela Romero. This year, the Utah State Legislature unanimously passed H.R. 1 that designates April 7th as the Day of Remembrance for the victims of the genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda. By passing this resolution, our state acknowledges that each of us need to reflect on the moral responsibilities of individuals, of societies, and of governments to respect all people, regardless of their race, color, religion, ethnicity, culture, or nationality. I sponsored this resolution because Utah needs to remember and reflect on the nearly 1 million Tutsi who were murdered in Rwanda some 26 years ago. When we take a moment to reflect on this dark tragedy, we should also reflect on the very real possibilities of such things happening again. As a global community, we must stand for each other and reject hateful rhetoric about any group, whenever or wherever we hear it. We must build bridges of understanding between different people. We need to reflect on our commitment to basic human rights and to protecting people from persecution and violence. I am so grateful for the Tutsi survivors of the genocide now living in Utah. You help to keep us reminded that we cannot take our lives, our liberties for granted. I wish I could join you in person during this time, but please know that I am with you always in spirit. Thank you for your courage and your resiliency.
Good afternoon, dear friends and fellow countrymen. It's an honor and a privilege to address you today as we virtually commemorate KWIBUKA 26 together. I would like to thank everyone who has joined Rwandans to mark this important occasion. Most of you here in Utah have been our steadfast supporters during the years as we faced one of the most trying and critical periods of our history. I thank you for your friendship and solidarity. Each year we remember and honor the memory of more than 1 million lives lost during the genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda. It's also a time to offer comfort and solace to those who survived. As we remember here in Utah, we need to ask ourselves once more, are we doing enough? What we have learned? What more must we do to deepen the roots of peace, to strengthen the bonds of love? How can we sustain and support the path our country has undertaken to build a brighter future for all of us? By remembering what happened in the lead up to and during the 3 months of genocide in Rwanda, we laid the groundwork for sustainable recovery. This is the foundational role of memory in our national history. With the passage of time, memory can fade without conscious effort. This is made worse by forces who seek to shroud events in a fog of revisionism. Even though, like other genocide, there is outright denial of the genocide against the Tutsi, but more often there is a conflation and false equivalency. This strategy can be especially effective because it generally fits in a skewed perception of our continent by most of the outside world. One of the most conspicuous legacies of colonialism is a portrayal of conflicts in Africa as tribal and reciprocal in nature. A good illustration is the resistance to use the proper terminology of genocide against the Tutsi instead of Rwanda genocide. This persistence lends force to people who promote the double genocide theory or outright denial of the genocide against the Tutsi. 1994 didn't happen in a vacuum. The ideology that led to genocide against the Tutsi was built over a long period of time. But stripped of the history and the ideology that permeated it, it's tempting to write the events off as rational and isolated, as yet another conflict in a continent where such conflicts is a commonplace. We must therefore remain vigilant against those who will deny or trivialize the genocide. A collective memory is a prerequisite for understanding where we are coming from and where we are heading. President Kagame said at the time of the 20th commemoration in 2014, historical clarity is a duty of memory that we cannot escape. Behind the words "never again," there's a story whose truth might be told in full, no matter how uncomfortable. Rwandans have not stopped to seek the truth of what happened. Each mass grave discovered holds stories of victims to be told, and each memorial holds the truth that waits to be revealed. By reflecting on the tragic events of 1994, by examining those factors that propelled such horrific violence, by engaging in a dialogue and debate, individually and collectively, we build bridges to healing. We forge a new path forward. Honoring the memory is the true justice that will remain the fabric of our society in a meaningful way. Never again should not be a slogan. It should be an integral part of our ethos as humans. Our own humanity is inextricably tied to how much we recognize our neighbor's right to life. It's in this light that I wish to thank and commend the Utah House of Representatives for passing a resolution designating April 7th as a day of remembrance of the genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda. This public recognition of this day by the Utah House of Representatives sets a positive precedent to the international community, especially here in the United States, to recognize the facts of history and to reject skewed versions pondered by genocide revisionists and deniers. Our leadership has forged a new way for Rwandans by pursuing reconciliation and unity for all Rwandans instead of revenge. Today, Rwanda is a new nation, nurtured by the hard work of our leadership, the resilience of our people. We are a dignified people working towards the betterment of our nation. The genocide happened and it's part of our history that we cannot erase. But we owe it to our future generations to use the lessons we have learned to build them a brighter future. I would like to conclude my remarks by thanking Claude Kamari, President of the Rwandan community in Utah, and the whole community of Utah for organizing this event, and once again the House of Representatives of Utah for firmly standing in solidarity with Rwandans today. Together, let us embrace memory, build strong bonds of human solidarity, and be champions for truth, and justice. I thank you.
Ibuka, ibuka, ntukibagirwe na gato ya minsi y'amarira, amajoro y'amaganya, ya mivu y'amaraso, ubwo abacu bashiraga. Ibuka.
inshuti muvandimwe icara unyumve, wowe dusangiye aka gahinda k'abacu twabuze tubakunze, bishwe bose nta gicumuro, ibyo urabizi simbikurusha. ngaya amahiri ngiyi imihoro, tubura amahoro tubura gihoza, umuntu akibaza ibyabaye nta gisubizo azabibonera. jya wibuka.